Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here, and finally guys, we can breathe easy. The trademark is here. Just kidding. Not Ultra. Super Space Sheriff Gavan Infinity. So there has been a trademark filed and found for Super Space Sheriff Gavan Infinity. Damn, what a mouthful, guys. Like, it's crazy to get made fun of for, like, the Super season. So you have Super here and then you have Infinity at the end. Can't wait for Super Space Sheriff Gavan Endgame next year. So this is a thing. We don't necessarily know what it means, to be honest. I mean, they could be filing this. I mean, I don't know how these work, actually. Like, I don't know if this is specifically for a TV show, because this could be for a movie or something they're doing. But it's just worth noting during this time where there are two predominant rumors right now that Sentai is being replaced by a show called Ultimate Heroes, Universe Warriors, sorry. All these stupid preamble super words got in my head. Universe Warriors Heroes, and then it's also a rumor that it's being replaced by Gavan. And so it's just interesting the timing of this, because usually, you know, the trademark time varies. I've made fun of people because if the trademark doesn't land day and date the next year, they're automatically crying that Sentai is canceled, and usually then it appears a few weeks later. But usually it appears around this time. Like, I was looking up my old videos of when I did videos on trademarks, and it was usually between, I think the earliest might have been late September, but usually it was in the month of October. I think maybe early November, and then usually that's followed by the first scans in December, maybe some leaks that look like they're, you know, blurry because someone's being actively tased while shooting from a potato. But usually that's the time frame, and it is unusually late during this time of uncertainty. So it is just interesting that this particular trademark comes out when we don't know what's going on, and there's no, like, trademark for Sentai or anything like that. And yeah, so the thing is, what's funny is that yesterday or the day before I saw something floating around Twitter, and I think I saw it on Reddit too, of somebody posting, like, why Universe Heroes is happening. I have no idea who this person is. I don't think they have any authority as far as I'm concerned, but it was an interesting breakdown of, like, Sentai being so much more experimental since Zenkaiger. Like, you can track that from Zenkaiger to present. They've been much more experimental. Like, obviously Zenkaiger looks very odd. Like, thinking about it, with the rumors of what Universe Heroes is, that they're gonna look more like Metal Heroes, be more armored, maybe be a mix of different looking heroes. Like, one of the rumors I've seen floating around this week was that the Universe Heroes team will just be like a team that's not uniform, like not necessarily all looking like Rangers, all looking like Metal Heroes, that they would be a mix. And it's funny because Zenkaiger is one of the most wildly different looking series, and I could totally see that. Like, if that didn't exist, that being announced as Universe Heroes, and even though there was backlash against it when it first came out, it was just much more accepted because it was under the comforting banner of Super Sentai. But you can see the experimentation there with Dawn Brothers, obviously, with, like, Kiji Brother, and, oh my god, what's the name of the Black Ranger? I'm forgetting the name of the Black Ranger. It's escaping me. But you can tell, like, obviously that looks very non-traditional. Even, like, King Odra, which is more traditional leaning, is more armored. Boom Boomja, obviously, being a little bit off the wall. And, you know, a lot of that I do think is because they didn't have to think about PR. You know, I think that was talked about a lot. Not in a way that's like, oh, we're free of this curse that we signed up for to make us more money. Like, obviously now I think the deal's not working out so well from them with what Hasbro's doing, but a lot of the Western Sentai fans act like Sentai was some sort of victim that got tricked into this deal with Power Rangers, when the reality is, as I've mentioned, it was a beneficial deal for them because it made them more money. Because they pay them for the footage, they got the toy sales. But I think once Hasbro backed off that, like, partnership in the present, like, obviously they still get the money for the backlog footage and stuff, or the backlog designs, however that works. Once they backed off, they had the freedom to think, like, oh, we don't have to worry about this being too weird for Power Rangers. Because I'm sure they thought about that because they know that there was going to be toy sale revenue over here. So I think that that was a combination. So I do think there's maybe some truth to that if the Universe Heroes thing comes out, that they could be more experimental because they didn't have to worry about it being too weird for us, and also they could see, like, hey, what works, what doesn't work. And that whole breakdown I saw made a lot of sense in terms of, like, they tried this and that to see what works, and now they're going to try to bring it under this banner where they have multiple different looking heroes. But then this Gavan rumor comes up, oddly enough, with the Universe Heroes looking maybe like Metal Heroes, and then now we have this concrete trademark, which is obviously a real trademark, so something will come of this. I just find that interesting. I don't think we'll truly know unless something leaks more substantially until next month when the scans come out, if we get scans of Universe Heroes or scans of Gavan, and then we'll truly know what's happening. I've never been a huge Gavan person. My only like exposure to it was from the Sentai movies, which honestly weren't too bad. Like there was a couple I didn't watch for a while because I wasn't into them trying to make these old Gavan heroes happen in the middle of Sentai and stuff. Like I just wanted a regular Sentai team-up movie or a regular Sentai movie without like, who the hell is this guy? So I wasn't too into those. Like I think I only watched the Gavan and Gokaiger one, and I only recently watched the Deca Ranger ones, which actually were pretty good. So I'm not like against it, but I'll be honest, of like the three options we have, or at least seemingly, which is this, a Gavan show taking the slot, and Sentai just continuing, or Universe Heroes. I'm kind of Team Universe Heroes in terms of I want to see what happens with that. There was also the rumor that like this Gavan show will replace Sentai's time slot, but Sentai will still exist as its own entity elsewhere. But I just like the idea of Universe Heroes because if it does end up having some sort of connection or can have it, then Sentai technically will be connected eventually, or it will be a spiritual successor, but I'm just more excited for something new than the kind of same old stuff. And that's just kind of what I personally like to see. I do have to say, though, whatever ends up being true, right now, truly, we don't know. There's only rumors, and like this right here, again, it's real, but we don't know where it's going to amount to. But what I do find funny, and I've mentioned this before, is whatever ends up being true. Like, let's pretend for a minute Universe Heroes is real, but we don't know what that means. Does it mean it's like a new show that might have similarities to Sentai, but it's like a new thing? Or will it be directly connected to the point where when they announce it, they're going to have all those soulless suits up there on stage connected to it? We truly don't know, but let's pretend it's real. You can't deny that even if Universe Heroes is a Sentai sequel, and they come up on stage and say, it's Sentai's successor, it's connected, Sentai's still going to appear, we're still going to shove all these old has-beens in the show. Even if it is, the people that are going around commenting on every Reddit post, Twitter thread, YouTube video, it's not going anywhere, it's not going anywhere, it's just changing its name completely, sounds like cope. Like you're trying to convince yourselves something is not happening. Even if this is connected to Sentai, there is a change happening. And commenting all the time that it's not really changing, when it's going to change its name, is cope. Like, again, this could end up being basically a Sentai sequel, but there is clearly going to be a shift happening. And if you're completely changing your name, even if it's going to sort of be the next season of Sentai, there's probably going to be a significant change happening here. Like, that's like your favorite restaurant going out of business, but the building is still there and someone else moves there, and you're like, oh yeah, the restaurant never went out of business. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's a completely different name. Again, this could be completely a Sentai sequel. This could be season 50 basically with a new rebranding, but it's just funny to me seeing people running around commenting, it's not changing, it's not happening, as if that will stop it. The other thing that I find interesting that I've touched upon in previous videos in terms of this rumor if Universe Heroes happens is the idea of them being armored and looking like metal heroes. People are saying, I don't want that because it'll basically be Kamen Rider. Like, that feels like such an almost, like, juvenile way of looking at it. Like, such an oversimplification. Like, especially looking through pictures of metal heroes to get stuff for these videos to show on screen, outside of, obviously, the B-Fighters, and then maybe one or two others, none of these guys look like Kamen Riders to me. Like, I don't know what you people are talking about. Like, just because their chest armor is going to be armored, it's the same show? Like, what are you talking about? Like, there was that thing in the rumors that said it was going to be more like early Heisei, but I took that to mean it might be more serialized or something. Like, we don't know what it's going to look like. Maybe it will look like Rider, but people all of a sudden wholesale writing this off like it's going to be Kamen Rider because they have armor. It's just such a juvenile way of looking at it. It's like a little kid's logic. It's just so weird to me, but this is definitely an interesting development with the Gavan show. Like I said, personally, I want to see the Universe Heroes thing because the idea of whether it's a Sentai sequel or something sort of new, it excites me more than this Gavan show. Like, thinking about it, I don't even know if I'd watch the Gavan show if it comes out. Maybe I'll give it a shot to see what it looks like, but it's been an interesting time, to say the least, folks, with this going on, and then all the stuff around Summono, and, like, you can't help but think, if it's true that they're going to wind Sentai down, whether to move over to Gavan or to start this Universe Heroes thing, they got to be thinking, like, man, we were just about to wind this crap down, and now we got to do all this extra reshoots, and just adds to, like, the funniness of the reasoning for a change is, like, their financial problems, and now they're probably going to lose more money on Gojuture to all the reshoots. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you rather see Super Space Sheriff Gavan, Universe Heroes, or the same old, same old? Let me know in the comments as always. Till next time, Dawson Ryder, signing out.